my keys fell out of my pocket next to the car when I pulled my knife out. So not realizing I had to search all over, was looking for my keys. Later on, one of the firemen, one of the girls had actually found my keys laying on the ground next to the car. My key fob was all melted and burned up, and a couple tags that were on it. So unfortunately, I couldn't start my truck. So I was there for the duration of the accident and the investigation. So I was there till about 6:30, and it was interesting watching how the police controlled the scene. You know, they stopped traffic from coming through. They turned everybody around. They did a fabulous job. And the other people that were there, it was not just me. There was at least a half a dozen other people that were, you know, helping the girl get out of her Jeep, helping her on the ground. She was pretty banged up also. And people doing the CPR. It was pretty cool to see, you know, everyone kind of came together, and everyone, quite a few people were helping out on the scene. So I commend all those other people, you know, for also pitching in and trying to do their part, trying to, you know, save the gentleman that we had pulled out. Unfortunately, at the time when we did this, we didn't know anything about the other two family members, you know, the young child and the wife in the back seat. I didn't know until later on that it happened, you know, and I almost wish we could have, you know, if we could have done a little bit more, if we would have known, but it was just the smoke and the flames was already into the back seats, so we couldn't really see anything in there anyways. So when I was there, we just, you know, you kind of get tunnel vision. You look at what's going on right in front of you, and that was my focus, you know, getting the door open and getting that driver out, you know, getting the seatbelt cut and doing what I could, you know, in order to do at least that part. So. Not that I saw. No, he was not conscious. I didn't see any response from him.
When you got your car stopped, their vehicle was already fully involved in flames.
It had started in the back in the trunk, and it was burning into the back seat and the back door area. So.
You and the guy Adonis, sounds like y'all were working together yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
Adonis, you know, ran up and you pulled out the pocket knife. At that moment, at that time, you just said it was a child there. We don't know yet. Would that have been your first priority? Because that's what Adonis was saying, that maybe if he knew there was a child back there, that would have been his first priority, not, you know, just trying to do everything at once.
I can't say. I don't know. I guess you would split up. You know, you would get the door open. You know, someone would be working on the driver. Someone else, I would hope, would maybe try to get into the back. I can't really say. The driver was the only one that I was aware of, you know, so that was where my focus was.
When the car is on fire and it's obviously getting hotter and hotter, hot enough to melt your key fob, what made you run to the car?
I don't know. It's just the right thing to do. You know, I mean, I have a hard time driving by somebody with a flat tire on the side of the road without stopping or wanting to stop and help them out. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know, to throw a, you know, coin a phrase out there. But I didn't see the initial danger because I felt that, you know, the flames were further back in the car. I thought that we could get somebody out quickly, you know. I know the car wasn't going to blow up. You know, I mean, the flames, the gas tank was probably already, you know, ruptured. But I didn't feel I was scared. I didn't feel any fear. I guess the adrenaline kicked in, and like I said, you know, I felt that it was the right thing to do, you know, and I could help out. You know, it was something that, you know, I guess in the moment I felt comfortable with the danger of the situation that I could be able to do this.
Did you see the vehicle, the suspect vehicle, hit their car?
No, I did not see the accident.
Come up right after.
Yeah. I mean, dust was still settling, but I didn't see anybody moving at the time.
What were traffic conditions along the crosstown like at that time?
They were normal. normal for whatever time it was, 3 o'clock. You know, moving at normal speeds, you know, whatever they are, 55, 60.
As you give me the play-by-play thing, you come up on this thing, you hear a woman screaming in the blue Jeep, from what I understand. She's saying, get me out, as you were pulling the guy out the truck, you and Adonis. What was going through your head in that play-by-play moment? Pure adrenaline or just...
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah. No, just doing what I think is right and doing it as quickly as possible. You know, like I said, I have my pocket knife. I always have a knife on me. So I knew that if I got that door open, I'd be able to cut the seatbelt and get him out. You know, that would be the only thing, you know, short of, you know, some metal or the seat had trapped him in there. I knew that I could get him cut loose and get him out of the car. So.
And you're hearing that woman screaming next to him in the blue Jeep saying, get me out because the flames are going on in that car. Did you hear any of that?
Not that I recall. You know, I think at the time when I pulled up, she might have already been out. But I don't know. Like I said, it's tunnel vision. I was looking at that car, focusing on that. So everything that was going else around me I was realizing, but not enough to remember the details of that.
Could you explain what it was like as you were trying to cut this guy out of his seatbelt and with the car on fire? What was it like for you? Were you aware of how hot it was?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, you see, and you could feel the heat of it, you know. Like I said, I knew I needed to do as quick as possible. We need to get him out of there. You know, if there was going to be a chance to save this guy's life, we had to do it right now.
Do you wish that the woman who caused this accident could see what she did, to be there and to witness, you know, what happened?
I don't know. I mean, yes, she needs to know what she had caused. I don't know if I could make that decision. That's not.
It sounds like it's a really hard thing for anybody to witness.
Yes, it was. It was something to see. I'm sure I'm not going to forget any of the details for a very long time.
Do you think the driver was unconscious because of the impact of the collision?
Yes.
Because of the fire? Or?
No, I think it was the impact. You know, there wasn't any fire getting close to him. It was just, you know, engulfing into the back seat and into the doors. So, but yeah, I think he was already either had passed away or was unconscious from the impact of it.
After witnessing this, how are you doing after, you know, being part of it and witnessing? How are you doing now?
I didn't sleep too good last night. Just running scenarios through my head. You know, thinking of, you know, if we knew there was a child in the back seat, if we were able to save that child, what kind of life would it be for that child now to know that both their parents had died? So it was just running things like that through my head, and again, wishing we could have done more, wishing we would have known, wishing I didn't get stopped at the red light, you know, beforehand. I could have been there, you know, 45 seconds earlier, and possibly could have seen the people in the back seat before it was all full of smoke and flames. They're the kind of thing that I was kind of thinking about last night.
Taking into account that the whole thing, you know, the getaway car, the lady who left the scene of the accident, a lot of people said they seen, and I don't know if you did or not, if you did, seen the lady kind of just, you know, spin around in the median, lose a couple bumper pieces, car pieces, and
Yes.
just drive off, and kind of reported that to the police. Did you happen to see that?
I did not see any of that. No. Like I said, when I came up, all the vehicles already stopped, and I had, you know, heard from a couple of other people there that that had happened. I could see the grass marks and the skid marks, you know, coming through the medium. You could see where the cars had hit, you know, I guess the black car had kind of spun through and hit the dirt pretty hard with the front fender or somewhat. But you could see marks where the cars were coming through, you know, either sideways or backwards, just because of how the skid marks and the marks in the grass were.
Two questions. Did you drive this part of the interstate all the time, or is this something you just kind of...
No, quite often.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There's no guardrails in that section of the interstate.
Yes.
What's your opinion about, should there be guardrails in that part of the interstate? What do you think?
Funny, I had mentioned, talked with my wife this morning when we were going to pick up my vehicle, because they have them out on I-4, and I live out that way, and I had commented to her, I said that they're probably going to put those, along that stretch of the road. Maybe it certainly would have, saved the lives of these 3 people, perhaps. They would have hit the center guardrail pretty hard, but it would have saved them from going completely across the way.
Can you talk about your personal life? Are you a religious man, or do you have kids, or anything?
I'm a religious man. I try to go to church as often as I can, probably at least 3 times a month. Yeah, I've got 5 kids, and I was very happy to be able to go home and see them. Just as other people were there, that had helped out. They were all very happy to be able to call their wife or husband or their kids, and be able to see them when they got home that night.
Don, were you on your way home from work? And
I was. Yeah. Oh, I'm a contractor, a construction guy. Yeah, swing a hammer. So.
How do you spell your name? Spell your name for us.
Oh, Don, D-O-N-R-O-G-E-R-S.
Only?
48.
Don, you live in Tampa?
Seffner. I live out in Seffner. So, yes, I was heading home.
Do you, I guess you were saying you were doing CPR. Is this just something that you know? Or
I wasn't doing CPR.
Okay.
No, that was there was 3 or 4 other people that were doing that. Yeah, once I carried them over, dropped them on, we put them on the ground. I can check for a pulse. That's as far as my my medical experience goes. And but no, there was quite a few other people that were all taking turns, and I remember hearing them, hey, when you get tired, I'll take over. Just let me know. And there were people doing compression on it, and yeah, one person would get tired, and then the next person would do it, and then they would get tired, and then like I said, there was quite a few people there that were all doing what they could, doing their part to try to do what they should. So, and I commend all those other people, that had stopped. Even, people that didn't run up to the scene, there were still people trying to direct traffic, trying to stop people on the road, from continuing through there. They were just, telling them to stop, whoa, and turn around. And just people doing that was adding to the scene, adding to helping the police officers, who did a phenomenal job. So.
Have you ever rescued anybody before? Have you ever been in a situation where you had to save someone's life or had help like this?
Years and years ago over in St. Pete, another car accident. No, it was just someone had gone through an intersection and spun out. So, no, I mean, it's nothing really. It's, like I said, it's what you should do. You see somebody that needs help, you help them out.
Don, if anyone calls you a hero, how do you feel about that one?
I don't think so. I don't feel that way. I don't want to be labeled a hero. I did what I think you should. So I'm proud of what I did, obviously, but yeah, I don't see it as being a hero act, I guess. So
yeah, if I can interrupt you, when I met with our investigators and I heard the story about how we kept his truck all night long because it was part of the crime scene and we had to give him a ride home, and that his key fob melted, and it's just an incredible story. And when I just met with him, he was very humble, as you can tell, and I told him that his actions were heroic, and he disagreed with me, and he talked about how other people were involved, and I disagree with you. Your actions were heroic. You did the right thing, and if doing the right thing were so simple, then everybody would do it. Right. And that's what you have to remember. A lot of people drive by accidents and don't even think twice about it. And you stopped with several other people in Tampa, and that's what makes us a great city. And like I said, the world's a better place because of people like you.
Well, thank you, sir.
So.
Is yours the red truck? I'm sorry. Was yours the red truck with the black bar on top of
Yes.
it that got towed away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like I said, because my key fob got melted and it wouldn't start. So. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.